The Maplewood South Orange School District has long embraced the idea that everybody learns differently, and now it seems they've arrived with a solution. Dedicated teachers like Scott Stronetta are on the forefront of the movement to revolutionize the classroom. The solution? Utilizing today's technology to better equip students to solve the problems of tomorrow. Overhead projectors, smartboards, tablet computers, but also a great emphasis on teaching. This is what it takes to make the classroom of tomorrow.
I'm Scott Stronetta. When I first came here, I asked if I could stay for 5 years to accomplish my goals. This is year 7 of my 5-year plan.
And he's not done yet. In his few years at Columbia, Stronetta has successfully incorporated technology into the classroom in a way that may soon become the norm.
We're already seeing that happening in classrooms, but not as flashy as that touchscreen walls, but smartboards, projectors, that's just a part of where it's going. So you could imagine a classroom of the future would be mobile, learning extends outside the walls of the schools. However, there would still be some point where students and educators come together, and you could imagine that the rooms would be much more high-tech than they are today.
And through the Achieve Foundation, Columbia has welcomed community members into the classroom to experience the future at hand on CHS for a day.
They can get the immediate feedback, they know whether they're getting it right or not, they can set their own goals, they can keep retaking.
I thought it was a different take on learning. Frequently, the classroom is about drilling in facts into people's heads, and Dr. Stronetta is one of the many teachers that here in the school system that teaches you how to think.
Mild apprehension, blank dreams of the coming fun.
Well, I think the first thing to be clear about is that our goal is not per se to integrate technology into the classroom. Our goal is to improve student learning. And technology properly applied can help move toward that goal.
I like that it keeps the students involved, and all my test scores so far seem to go up.
So what we could do here is we could go to Notability, and here are some of my calculus notes about rotating, areas and such. And let's say I really need these at home. What I can do is I could go here, go to either my email, Dropbox, Google Drive, even on Twitter if I wanted to. I could print them directly if they were set up like that. But let's say I want to go to my Dropbox. Right, I send to my Dropbox, and it take a minute to load. But basically I just type in my information, sign in, and it just sends to my Dropbox, and I can access my notes at home.
He has more resources than the average teacher at his fingertips.
Yeah, and he does it, we like, compared to my other classes, we do a lot more work in this class than like in those classes in like a week.
Dr. Stonetta's teaching technique is very beneficial to our class because he enables everyone to feel comfortable with asking questions, so no one leaves class confused.
Well, of course you need a good teacher. But I think good teachers need the help of appropriate technology.
Depending on the teacher you have and the discipline, there's a number of different projects where they'll, expect students to use technology and bring different things in for that project. Especially when it becomes interdisciplinary, where if you're doing something with, say, science, there may also be a piece of it that ties in with history. And so projects will bring both of those in, and technology does that the best. So it's really used everywhere, and the trend is going smaller and more mobile. And the nice part is the price point's cheaper, so we can get more access out there for everybody.
His actual teaching presence is so well integrated into the class that it's kind of hard to gauge how the class would work without the technology, because it's so based around the technology.
He applies it to math specifically, and he says that he uses it because math is kind of either you get it or you don't. You're wrong, you're right. But when you apply it to other things, language arts, social studies, where the answer isn't always black and white, or things like learning a musical instrument, learning a foreign language. Everything that he says and the way that he does it, it seems like it has great broad application potential. So I'd like to see it in a big presentation and told to as many people as possible, because I think it's very exciting.
The pace of technology is going to drive change faster and faster. So you're going to see this not within a lifetime and something a lot less, but at the same time the availability of funding to make it happen will alter probably how fast or slow these changes start phasing in. But I already see signs of it all over. It's inevitable that it's going to happen.